Hey guys, Neil here at London Comic Con 2016, and I'm here with a very special guest, Tuxedo Mask himself, Mr. Toby Proctor.
Hey man, how's it going?
Great, how are you doing, Toby?
I'm doing great. Well, as you said, I was that handsome devil, Tuxedo Mask, in the Sailor Moon series just a few years ago. Some of the things he carries is usually a rose and love in his heart. And, well, that was me, basically. It was when I was tall, dark, and handsome.
I'm sure many of your fans say you still are, but I wanted to ask you a little bit about, well, we'll start with Sailor Moon. So that was around, I guess, the mid-90s or so that they did the English version. So you worked with a lot of really cool actors that have come out to conventions. I did mention the other day that a good acquaintance of mine, John Stalker, was the voice director. What's it like being directed by John?
You know, to be truthful, I know John, but John was later on in the series. I was the first two seasons. I think he started directing halfway through the third, but I know him from other things, and I've traveled with John. He's a great guy. He's huge talent. I mean, he was, I think, Beasley on Care Bears, yep. And I mean, voices, you know this guy. He's great. But as a director, he's done some other stuff for me, but not in Sailor Moon. But he's an amazing guy. Yeah.
He seems like a really great guy to have as a director. I think it's always best when people like Dan Hennessy or Sue Blue, people that have done acting a lot before becoming a director, I think that really benefits them. So yeah.
Well, I think that's the case too. Generally, I think it's what makes a good director is if they've actually been through the other side, and so they know what it might be like, you know, rather than just kind of shouting out things. But an actor's director is a good thing to have around for sure.
Absolutely. I did kind of browse your IMDb and wiki page there a little bit. And I saw that obviously you've done a lot of Canadian television and a lot of movies too. Some people may not recognize you from your live action work, but I have seen you in some things. One question I had, I said, it looks like one of your earliest gigs was on that show TNT, is that right?
Yeah.
With Mr. T? And
Mr. T.
What was that like?
You know, it was awesome because I was a huge fan of the A-Team, obviously, in that time. So when I got I think I did 2 guest stars on TNT. So I was on the show for maybe 3 weeks total. And when I found out that I was going to work with Mr. T, I was like losing it. And in one of the episodes, I actually got to even box with him because I was like a kid who needed some help. You know, I was in a rough neighborhood kind of thing. And so I got to spend about 8 hours in the ring with Mr. T. And he was a great guy. He was very giving. In fact, before he would give autographs to people who would ask him, he was like, oh no, you got to get my little brother's autograph first. He's going to be somebody someday. And so he was really great in really boosting people. He was a wonderful human being. And in fact, the thing he loved the most was he'd go to Queen's Park on his days off and put a toque on and feed the squirrels. He just wanted to be around nature. He's a very interesting guy. Yeah.
That's great. So you have something in common with Sylvester Stallone. You both stepped into the ring with Mr. T.
Yeah, we're about the same height too.
Right, exactly. That's great. Is there anything you want to plug, like any Facebook, YouTube, Twitter stuff?
Actually, my good friend Christian Potenza, if you pan over here, he was the voice of Jude and Chris McLean on Total Drama. Anyways,
I went to high school with him. Yeah, well, actually, he graduated before me, but yeah, I remember him from Corinne Wilson.
Yeah, well, this is my friend Christian Potenza, right? And
Total Drama, baby.
That's right.
Total Drama.
And our other friend Ivan Sherry, who's actually the voice, the new voice of Inspector Gadget. He does Assassin's Creed Unity, Watch Dogs 2, Deus Ex. Mankind Revolution or whatever it is. We started a YouTube channel, and it's youtube.com/Switchboard Network, and we've just started loading on some convention live stuff. We have some original programming coming up, and it's going to be really great. So I'm very excited.
That's awesome. That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Toby. You and Christian, very happy that you both came out to London Comic Con. Paired together here. It's a good pairing. You guys are a couple of great Canadian actors, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks, man.
All right. Until next time.
All right.